Hi good people, it's Amy from Savor, Salvage, Scent. Hope this finds you well. I'm gonna dive right in today. I thought I would share with you some of my favorite perfumes that really feature stone fruit. So everything from peaches to apricots to plums, nectarines, mango, and lychee. I have everything here from kind of low end to extravagant. All right, first, in no particular order except for the fruit that they represent, Mitsouko by Guerlain. Oh my gosh, oldie but a goodie. I have to be honest, when I first got this, I kind of wasn't ready for it years ago. It is indeed kind of melancholic. It changes kind of personalities and what kind of comes out in the perfume as you wear it. But this is very peach heavy. And otherwise I would say I also get a fair amount of oak moss and vetiver in this too. And I just think it's beautiful on a rainy day. So Mitsouko featuring peach. Another gorgeous scent featuring peach is, I'm almost out of my very large sample of Francesca Bianchi's, why can I never say her name? And I love her, Tyger. Oh my gosh, this is on this hand today. And this is one where, oh my gosh, it also goes through changes and the dry down is marvelous. I sprayed this also on a scent strip so I could kind of get both experiences. But this is really interesting because not only do I get peach really prominently, I get a honeyed feeling, I get a powdery feeling, and I'm guessing that's from the heliotrope that's in here. And also, I think what makes it really interesting is it's super leathery and almost animalic. So a beautiful, beautiful peach prominent perfume, very sexy to me. I think not for everyone, but I adore it. I'm gonna talk about two from my favorite niche house Solstice scents. The first is called Sun Warmed Honey. It is very much what it sounds like. It's a light, it's a beautiful light honey, but you can definitely get the stone fruit too. And it does smell sunny somehow. It's bright. It's not, I really love some skanky honey scents, and this is not that. It is really like, almost like, to me, honey iced tea. It's beautiful. So Sun Warmed Honey by Solstice Scents. Another by Solstice Scents, and I cannot find my bottle, is called Kitchen. And you know, there are things in it that are very reflective of the name. So you definitely get like baked goods. But I think it's one of the best peach scents I've ever smelled. In fact, it smells like peach jam to me. So Solstice Scents Kitchen, and all of their scents, for those of you who aren't familiar, or most of them, come in both oils at around the $16 to $20 price point for 5 milliliter, and then also perfumes, and they usually range, I think they're around 2 ounces, and they range from, I think, about 75 to 100 depending. But so the two scents again from them are Sun Warmed Honey and Kitchen. I'm going to talk about two oldies but goodies to me. Again, not for everybody, but I love them. These both feature peach. Vicky Tiel's Sirene. This is so gorgeous. I mean, first look at the bottle. She was, for those of you who don't know, the creator of the miniskirt, or the original designer of the miniskirt. This is like a bombastic, I think this came out in the 80s scent, and you get like lots of peach. And this is, I'm just gonna say, this is a perfumey perfume for those of you who get what that means. It's kind of everything in the kitchen sink, but what comes out for me is peach. I could have sworn there's aldehydes in here, although not listed. And then violet and musk come out a lot. Now there's rose, there's all kinds of florals in this, but it is really, to me, very peachy when it dries down. And I just love this thing. It's not for everybody again. This is got a very, I'd say, vintage smell, but I think it's phenomenal, and it's usually pretty darn reasonable. Vicky Tiel's Sirene. Another one, not for everyone, vintage, but man, do I love it, is Bob Mackie. This is really, I would say the most dominant thing in this is really tuberose. It's very strong in tuberose, and it's that bubblegummy kind. I mean, this almost really smells like bazooka to me, but in the dry down, I also get a ton of peach from this, and you know, you can almost see that from the color. Okay, a cheapie, and y'all might think this is a bit low end. I love it. So one of my favorite scents growing up was Annick Goutal's Petite Chérie. I love it. Now that did not, I don't think, have a peach note, but it had, I believe, berries, but also had like pear in it. Okay, you might laugh or curse me. Victoria's Secret Love Spell, I think, I swear to God, in the dry down has many similarities. What comes out in this for me in the dry down as far as fruit is peach. And this is one where it to me is kind of like the quintessential like body spray, but when it dries down, I swear it has some similarities to Petite Chérie, and I just think it smells so nice in the summer. It's just beautiful. So Love Spell by Victoria's Secret. So those are all the things I have in my collection that I feel like really concentrate on peach. I'm gonna move into Plum next. Rihanna's Rogue. This is a very sueded plum, as you can kind of see by the cap. Absolutely love it. Great inexpensive scent, getting harder to find. Really beautiful, and very similar, now a bit more high end, and it does not show plum as a note when you look at Fragrantica, but I swear to God, it's got plum in it. This is Bottega Veneta's original perfume, and I find it to be super similar in Rihanna Rogue. However, this is a bit more leathery. You know, it's made by a company who specializes in leather, and a little deeper. I would say it smells a little less chemically, but I think they're both great. So Bottega Veneta's original perfume featuring, I think, plum, though it's not a note. I'm gonna show you, this is the end of my sample. I think this is the third sample I've had, and I finally ordered a bottle this week. This is Serge Lutens Feminite du Bois, and this is, a lot of people call it plum wine. What I get more is plum and wood. I get like a syrupy plum on a beautiful wood cutting board. Yeah, gorgeous, love the thing, can't wait to have a full bottle. So Serge Lutens Feminite du Bois, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. One of my most recent, I would say, favorite designer scents, I think as good as niche, is Chloe Nomade. And I have to spray this, it's so beautiful. Hold please. This has this quality, it kind of reminds me of État Libre des Oranges Jasmine et Cigarettes. It has like a scent to me that almost smells like an extinguished cigarette. And I get like a dryness. But the plum really comes out in this. This is so sophisticated, so beautiful. This could be a signature scent for me if I weren't such a perfume nut. It is so gorgeous. And again, I think has like a sandy, almost slightly smoky, almost cigarette-y smell, but I just love it. So, and lots of plum, in case I didn't mention. Two cheapies by Bath & Body Works, Dark Kiss. This is one where, honestly, I didn't want to love it. And I would smell it on a friend of mine, and it was just gorgeous, and I couldn't believe when she would tell me what it is. So bought it, and I think, you know, I usually buy Bath & Body Works when it's on sale for like $5 a piece. And I gifted one of these to one of my colleagues, and I swear to God, every time she wears it, I'm like, what are you wearing? And I swear she's wearing like a niche perfume, and she's like, it's that cheap perfume you got me. I'm like, no way. It smells so good on her, and it really is sexy. In addition to plum and stone fruit, I also get vanilla and almost like a, Very dark vanilla. Yeah, it's just beautiful. So Dark Kiss, Plum and Vanilla. And then another Bath and Body Works is Iced Sugar Plum. This kind of, I feel like, compared to some of their other scents, it's kind of got slept on. This has a bit of a bready quality that does not come up as a note. It also, to me, smells a bit like marshmallow. So I get like plum, I get like a bakery note in marshmallow, and really, really beautiful. This was, you know, presented during the holidays, but I think it could be beautiful any time of year. Really cool. So those are the scents that I own that I love that feature plum. Next, I'm going to go into Nectarine Apricot. So one that a lot of you, I'm sure, know and wear is by Joe Malone, and it's Nectarine Blossom and Honey. I just have a little one here because I had a big bottle of this when I was younger and went through it. I love it as a summer scent. It does not last long, but it is really beautiful. The nectarine comes out so much, and the honey, it's just so, so, so pretty. Very kind of linear and not super complex, but absolutely beautiful for what it is. And I get a wild hair once in a great while. Literally, I wear this like once or twice a year, but it really hits the spot. Another Lutens is Nuit de Cellophane. I, again, am on another sample and just bought a bottle, so that is coming. But this, honestly, I got a sample set, like, I swear to God, 10 years ago from somebody of different Serge Lutens. And when I first wore this, I got like kind of that hairspray feeling that you get some 80s and 90s perfumes. And I definitely got a lot of like an apricot smell, but unfortunately that hairspray smell and then something else that came out was almost like a nail polish remover smell. Don't know. I just maybe a year ago started to wear this again, and guess what? When it dries down, it's one that I continue to catch like later in the day, and I'm like, oh my God, that smells incredible. It's like, it might be my favorite like apricot prominent perfume now. So again, have a bottle on the way. Lutens Nuit de Cellophane. So beautiful. Here is a discontinued scent. However, I think it has kind of like a sister or a reinvented scent around it. This is Yves Saint Laurent or YSL's Champagne. I think it's called Yvresse now. And I believe that it's called that because, yeah, I think they were, you know, taking a court over the name, saying like, you can't call this something it's not, something to that effect. This is honestly one of the most gorgeous things. By the way, I got this for like $5 or $10 at a thrift store years ago. It's one of the best perfume finds I've ever come across. This is honestly all of it. Peach, apricot, nectarine, but you also get like a little bit of, what am I getting here? A powderiness for sure when it dries down. And almost like a boozy honey. And I think that's I think this has mimosa in it too. So very sweet, gorgeous. Definitely has a bit of a vintage feel, not as much as Mitsouko perhaps, but a powderiness. And it does, even though I don't think it's aldehydic, it does have like a sparkling quality, like a champagne. So really beautiful champagne by YSL. And then another, so I'm now gonna move into mango, is Normale by Molinard. This is from a recent trip to Grasse. Oh my God, this is so amazing. Now this one is complex, and it's one, in fact, when I first put it on my skin years ago, I wasn't sure if I liked it, and then it's just goes through all these motions or layers. And definitely the mango comes out as it dries down. It's very powdery. I almost get like a gourmand feel. I'm gonna put this on a scent strip here. Okay, what else do I get? It is definitely gourmand, and I would say you also get like tonka. So you get this rich base, but the mango stays strong for hours. So Normale by Molinard is great for mango scent. something totally different, but phenomenal. This is my second bottle of Hermes Jardin Sur le Nil, so a garden along the Nile. This is cool because kind of like the color hints at, it has some green things like it has like tomato leaf. I think it has carrot in it, but the mango really comes out beautifully. Now this is light. I love it during a like screaming hot day. I feel like I'm missing something too. There's another note that is unexpected. Is it? No, it's green mango. So anyways, very, very interesting. Not your average like freshy, very cool, wonderful in the heat. So Hermes Jardin Sur le Nil. And then last in the mango category, this is somewhat new to me. This is by Emir, which is like an Arabic house. I believe this is a dupe of something and I can't remember for what. This is just called Mango Punch. And this is so good, you guys. I think I paid around $30 for this. It is strong for a fruit scent. And the mango comes out, but what's interesting is you get that like almost funkiness of mango skin. I don't think this is a dupe of mango skin, by the way, by, what is it, Wilhelm. But you get that like powdery funkiness of the skin, and you also get this feeling, and I believe when I was learning more about wine years ago, I remember being taught that like tannins basically are those things in wine, sometimes in tea and other things, that make you go, like they make you pucker a bit. I don't know how else to describe it, but it hit home for me. I get that through this scent. I get that like tannic, I get powderiness and mango. Really cool, beautiful in the heat. So this is called Mango Punch by Emir. And then last but not least, the only scent I had that really prominently features lychee. Now, years ago, when I was at Guerlain on the Champs-Élysées, I got to test French Kiss, and it was a little pricey. I decided not to buy it, and I have regretted it for the 6 or 8 years since. You can't really, it's hard to get your hands on it now, and if you do, I mean, it's like, I think it's $500 or more a bottle. So just, normally I'm not into buying a lot of dupes, but what kind of girl do? So I bought from, this is literally called Generic Perfume Oils, the company, and it's their interpretation of French Kiss. And basically you get a lot of vanilla, almost like a marshmallowy vanilla, a lot of berry, but lychee comes out too, and it's almost got like a tartness, but it doesn't like it doesn't scream either. It's just beautiful, this vanillic, powdery berry and lychee. So those are my, I think, 20 or 21 recommendations for scents that are strong in stone fruits. Would love to hear from you about what you're wearing. It's rare for me to get into fruit, but have been more and more. Maybe it's because it's the summer, but seems to be the summer where I'm really enjoying it. I would love to hear more from you as far as what you're wearing, especially if it's a stone fruit. If you have a favorite that I've left off here or need to try. Talk soon. Cheers. Bye.